Warning: these poems contain spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. You expected superheroes to die in Avengers Infinity War. You probably didn't expect so many superheroes would perish by the end of the film. The Russo brothers, who directed the film, let audiences know early on that no character was safe. Fan favorite Loki is killed off in the first few minutes. Other characters met an ugly fate throughout the movie at the hands of Thanos and his minions, including Gamora. More on that later, but it wasn't until the very end of the film that superheroes began to disappear literally. Thanos his plans to destroy half all of life in the universe, and with a snap of his fingers, people being to disintegrate. But are they really gone? Probably not. Black Panthers broke every record at the box office, and Disney is eager to make an equal sequel. A second Spider-Man is already in the works, and the Marvel has confirmed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will hit theaters in 2020. How then will the remaining heroes bring all these characters back? Note that all the members of the original Avengers team, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and presumably Hawkeye, survived Thanos' attack. Presumably, they will unite one last time in Avengers 4 next year to reverse the curse. In the meantime, here is a full list of Avengers Infinity War deaths and of those who survived. Loki turns out Loki. Tom Hiddleston wasn't such a bad guy after all. In the opening scene of the movie, Loki hands over the Tesseract to Thanos, Josh Brolin, to save Thor's Chris Hemsworth's life. Loki offers fake fealty to Thanos and then immediately tries to assassinate the evil alien. Thanos doesn't buy Loki's trick and quickly murders him. Thanos quipped, "No resurrection this time," after killing the trickster god who seemingly died twice before in the film series. Heimdall. Thanos and his children murder Thor's best friend Heimdall. It's Idris Elba. When they invade Thor's ship, but before he dies, the Asgardians open up a gateway to Earth for the Hulk to escape. Thor's cry out when Heimdall perishes and swears that Thanos will die for his action doesn't sort of avenge Heimdall later by stabbing Thanos. But unfortunately, Thanos is already invincible at that point. Gamora. Thanos travels to a planet with his adopted daughter Gamora, Zoe Saldana. They are encountered Red Skull, the Baldy from the Captain America First Avenger, who has been cursed to guard the Soul Stone. Red Skull tells Thanos that he will have to sacrifice something he loves in order to get the Soul Stone, despite taking a commanding lead in the world's worst dad competition. Thanos apparently loves Gamora just enough to throw her over a cliff. Gamora dies and Thanos walks away with another Infinity Stone. Don't mourn yet. Though the Avengers find a way to reverse all that Thanos has done, they may be able to bring Gamora back, and who better finally kill the villain in the end. Vision, Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen destroys the Infinity Stone inside of Vision. Paul Bettany had to keep it from Thanos, but Thanos uses the Time Stone to turn back time and restore the stone and Vision, and he crushes Vision's head in his hand and takes the Infinity Stone. Vision's left lifeless on the ground. Here's who disintegrated in the Avengers Infinity War. Black Panther, T'Challa, Okoye Danaigira, cries out as her king disintegrates. Chadwick Boseman will likely be back, but in the meantime, will someone else don the Black Panther suit? Here's hoping Shuri or Okoye get to try out his claw. Spider-Man Peter Parker. Poor Spider-Man Tom Holland. He was just a kid, but don't worry. Spider-Man is already set to appear in Spider-Man Homecoming sequel next year. There is a small chance that Tom Holland's Spidey really did die, and Miles Morales, another Spider-Man from the comics book whose existence Marvel teased in Homecoming, could take over for him. Doctor Stephen Strange. Marvel has been candid about filming a Doctor Strange 2, and now we know why Doctor Strange disintegrates in Infinity War. But he also is the only character who hints that he may be able to return. As he dies, he tells Iron Man that giving up the Time Stone to Thanos exchange for Iron Man's life was the only way. Earlier in the movie, Doctor Strange looked into many possible futures and probably saw that the only way to ultimately defeat Thanos and possibly bring everyone back was to lose that particular battle. Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, and Falcon Sam Wilson. Many fans have speculated that either Bucky or Falcon will take over the Captain America mantle when Steve Rogers retires, but his time has not come yet. Cap survives but loses his two best friends. Scarlet Witch won the Maximoff. This loss hurts. Scarlet Witch seems to be the only superhero with the ability to destroy an Infinity Stone. The Avengers will have to find a clever way to destroy the stone as they fight Thanos in the next movie. Guardians of the Galaxy. The remaining Guardians, Star-Lord, Groot, Drax, and Mantis, all perish in the killing. However, director James Gunn has already confirmed that the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will happen, so some combination of this character and Gamora will almost certainly be resurrected. Nick Fury and Maria Hill, the former SHIELD agents that disintegrate in New York in a post-credit scene from film, but before they call on Captain Marvel for help. More on her later. Here's who survived Avengers Infinity War. Captain America Steve Rogers. Captain America actor Chris Evans has been suggesting for months that he would die in Infinity War. But when he faces down Thanos one-on-one, Thanos inexplicably decides to toss Cap aside instead of killing him. Captain America survives. Iron Man's Tony Stark. Despite being stabbed in the stomach, Iron Man survived. Doctor Strange trades the time stone to save Iron Man's life. Thor, with the help of his new battle axe, Thor is able to stab Thanos in the heart. Thor survived, but he doesn't stop Thanos from destroying half of the universe. Black Widow Natasha Romanoff. Black Widow takes out several of Thanos' children in the battle in Wakanda and survives the fight. Hulk, Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner also managed to live despite his inability to turn into the Hulk most of the movie. War Machines, Jim Rode. Rode lost the use of his legs in the end of Captain America Civil War. True, he can walk now with the aid of Stark technology. At least he made it through the end of Infinity War. Rocket and Nebula. Of the original Guardians crew, only Rocket survives. Gamora's sister Nebula also lives. Perhaps the two will be reunited in the next film. Okoye and M'Baku. Black Panther may be dead, but Wakanda lives on. Okoye and M'Baku survive. Likely one of them, or perhaps Shuri, will have to lead the Wakandan army in the Avengers 4 battles. Here's who went MIA in Avengers Infinity War. Shuri, Black Panther's sisters. Shuri tries to remove the Infinity Stone from Vision's head but is thrown from her love by one of Thanos' children before she can finish. We don't see what happens to her when half the world's population disappears. If she did survive, there's a chance that Shuri become the new Black Panther in her brother's absence, as she does the various points in the comic books. Pepper Potts. The last we heard from Pepper was berating Tony for abandoning her to fight evil. Again, we don't know whether she survived the killing, but if she lived, she could fight in Avengers 4. After all, Pepper gained superpowers in Iron Man 3. Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. If you stayed the post-credits scene, you know that Nick Fury called Captain Marvel right before he disintegrated. The new extremely powerful hero probably survived the killing and will likely swoop in to help save the day in Avengers 4. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, will also get her own solo film in March 2019 before the Avengers 4 drops. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, the Archer, Jeremy Renner, was conspicuously missing from the Avengers Infinity War. The stay-at-home dad apparently told the rest of the Avengers that fighting Thanos was too risky, but maybe if Hawkeye survived, he will want to join his old buddies to avenge the members of his family who died. Ant-Man, Scott Lang. We know from the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer that Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, was put under house arrest after the events of Captain America's Civil War and before Infinity War. Likely, Ant-Man was under surveillance or missing during the events of Infinity War. We don't know if he survived. The Collector. We see the Collector, Benicio del Toro, alive and well in Thanos' alternative reality, but then discover he is not actually hanging out in his museum. Did Thanos kill him? Did he flee? Did he survive the killing? We don't know. Valkyrie. Valkyrie. Where is Valkyrie? Tess Thompson at the end of Thor Ragnarok. Thor's new ally Valkyrie boarded the ship bound for Earth along with Thor and the Hulk, Loki, Heimdall, and the rest of the Asgardians. But we don't see her dead on the ground when Thanos takes over that same ship at the beginning of Infinity War. Thor makes no mention of her. Did she run out to get chips and walk on an escape pod and missing the whole fight? Wong and Ned. Wong, Benedict Wong, returns to Sanctum Sanctorum to protect building after Doctor Strange is taken captive by Thanos' children. We never see whether he lives or dies. We also never find out whether Ned, who creates a distraction for his friend Spider-Man to escape a school field trip at the beginning of the movie, lives or dies. That's it. Subscribe my channel, and if you haven't, like my videos. Thank you very much.